Hey everyone, today we're counting down the 15 most stunning cliff-top buildings that are perched dramatically on the edges of cliffs around the world. Starting with number 15, the Fangwang Restaurant. Alright, perched dramatically on the cliffs near the Happy Valley of Jilin Gorge in Hubei Province, China, the Fangwang Restaurant offers a dining experience unlike any other. Approaching the restaurant, visitors cross a narrow concrete bridge leading to an unassuming gray brick building, which serves as the entrance. Beyond this facade lies the real marvel. The restaurant itself caves into the cliffside, offering diners a unique perspective over the gorge. For thrill seekers, there's even a nearby bungee jumping platform. Descending down the steps in what can only be described as a natural cave lobby, guests are greeted by warm golden yellow lighting that enhances the rustic charm. A 30-meter-long plank road skirts along the cliff face, leading to another cavernous dining hall that's been ingeniously transformed into a cozy space for enjoying local cuisine. Inside the dining hall, some tables are positioned at the nestled in the Lot department within the historic province of Kherson. This village has captivated visitors for centuries. The allure of Rokmadur begins with its dramatic setting, a series of monastic buildings and pilgrimage churches clinging to the gorge above a tributary. The village itself cascades down the cliffs in a display of medieval architecture. Now, the origins here are steeped in legend. According to tradition, the village is named after Saint Amador, a hermit believed to have lived in a cave within the cliffs. Now, the natural landscape surrounding here is captivating. Lush forests, verdant meadows, and imposing limestone cliffs create an amazing backdrop. The view at sunrise or sunset, when the golden and ochre hues of the village's stones are illuminated, is really mesmerizing. Now, the cliffs themselves have played a vital role in the history and development of Rokmadur. Their presence provided a natural defense, safeguarding the village through tumultuous periods. Though the Dordogne River doesn't flow directly through this place, its tributaries and surrounding valley have a 180-million-year-old desert. A coyote silhouetted against a swollen pink sky adds to the otherworldly vibe. Located about a 4-hour drive from Las Vegas, Amangiri is a world away from the hustle and bustle of civilization. It epitomizes the essence of seclusion. Now, this hotel serves as a portal to its destination, focusing on architecture, service, food, and spa. Its design is Spartan and minimalistic, yet exceptionally well appointed. The 34 rooms, contemporary interpretations of Native American shelters, each with panoramic windows that frame the breathtaking views, have terraces that feature outdoor fireplaces and the desert pool suite. Amangiri's location is part of the allure. There is no neighborhood here, no downtown to disturb the peace, and Lake Powell, with its sleepy, almost comatose town, is a 20-minute drive away. The Navajo Reservation is nearby too, offering some opportunities to explore slot canyons like national parks like Bryce, Grand Canyon, and Zion, and colossal rocks are among some of the best and most rewarding. The Jungfraujoch station, which opened in 1912, became the highest railway stop in Europe, providing unprecedented access to high altitudes. The Sphinx Observatory, completed in 1937, emerged from this influx of scientific activity. The observatory is more than just an observatory. It's a hub of scientific exploration. It houses multiple labs, a weather observation station, astronomical and meteorological domes, and a 76-centimeter telescope. Researchers in fields such as glaciology, medicine, cosmic ray physics, and astronomy have all utilized the Sphinx for decades. Now, beyond the scientific contributions, the Sphinx Observatory offers visitors vertigo-inducing panoramic views of the snowy Alps, lush green valleys, and the sprawling Great Alch Glacier. The metal grating terrace that surrounds the observatory allows for some unobstructed views stretching over 11,000 feet below and extending as far as Germany and Italy. It's a sight that inspires you, and reaching the summit is far more accessible, whether by driving up the Pikes Peak Highway, riding the Pikes Peak Cog Railway, or hiking the 12.6-mile Bar Trail from Manitou Springs. Upon reaching the summit, visitors are greeted by the Pikes Peak Summit House, a combination restaurant and gift shop. The thinner air here and lower atmospheric pressure at this elevation significantly affect the boiling point of water, which alters how food is cooked. Since 1916, though, the Summit House has utilized a special recipe to produce uniquely fried donuts, leveraging the unique atmospheric conditions. The lower air pressure here means water boils at a much lower temperature, requiring adjustments in cooking methods. This has led to the creation of Summit House renowned donuts, which have a distinct texture and flavor that can't be replicated at lower elevations. While the breathtaking views from Pikes Peak are a spectacle in their own right, many visitors find themselves entranced by the magical mountain donuts. Number 10. Fall House in California. Perched on the rugged cliff picture window, the house's long, thin volume conforms and deforms to the natural contours of the land. The house is cantilevered 12 feet back from the bluff to protect the cliff and ensure the structure's integrity and safety. The house's south facade is clad in copper, which wraps up the wall and over the roof, with overhang protecting the windows and front door from the sun and ocean winds. The north facade is made entirely of glass, opening the house to the view while ensuring natural daylight in all rooms. Low-E solar control glazing is insulated and set into a thermally broken custom steel frame, reducing solar gain, improving winter comfort, and offering superior performance without sacrificing any of those views. Number 9. Puente Nuevo. Looking like something straight out of Game of Thrones, the Puente Nuevo bridges a dramatic chasm in the historic city of Ronda in Spain. This architectural marvel was born from tragedy. The initial construction collapsed, killing 50 people. In the 1700s, Ronda faced. In the shadow of this catastrophe, the work on the new bridge began in 1759. By 1778, the lower third of the new bridge was complete, but construction halted for several years. In 1785, another top architect took over and designed a structure with 3 arches far sturdier than the ill-fated single arch. Completed in 1793 after 34 years, the Puente Nuevo spanned 216 feet and soared 322 feet above the canyon floor. Since then, it's occasionally served as various other functions thanks to a chamber above the central arch. The bridge, its location, history, and uses served as the inspiration for Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls. Number 8. Bailong Elevator. So while not technically a building, the Bailong Elevator is still a worthy entry onto the list. This elevator, standing tall in a national park in Hunan, China, is a marvel of modern engineering. Rising over 1,000 feet into the sky, it claims the title of one of the world's tallest. Concerns over safety, particularly in an earthquake-prone region, prompted a 10-month closure shortly after opening. Today, earthquake detectors are installed in the elevator cars to ensure prompt evacuation in case of seismic activity. Moreover, environmentalists raise objections to the elevator's construction within a protected national park. Proponents, however, argue that the elevator has mitigated damage to mountain trails by diverting foot traffic away from sensitive areas. It's also facilitated many day trips, reducing the need for overnight stays and the associated infrastructure, such as hotels and guest house, thus minimizing overall environmental impact. Moving on to number 7, Al-Hajar. While it may not fit the typical Disney castle stereotype, Yemen's Dar al-Hajar Palace, perched atop a natural rock spire, is undeniably fantastic. This Middle Eastern-style palace, as seen today, was constructed relatively recently, in the 1930s, by an Islamic spiritual leader. However, it stands on the foundations of a pre-existing book. Situated in the Wadi Dar Valley, the palace offers vistas of the surrounding area, with stark contrast between the lush valley below and the arid terrain. This unique setting is not only underscoring the strategic importance of Dar al-Hajar, but also enhances its appeal. Dar al-Hajar is an extraordinary location, making it a must-see destination for those exploring Yemen's rich cultural heritage. Number 6, Sky Lodge. On an Andean cliff overlooking a sacred valley, 3 ovular glass pods dangle precariously from the rock face. They're not art installations nor UFOs, they're hotel rooms. The Sky Lodge is comprised of 3 transparent pods, each about the size of a tiny airplane cabin. Reaching these pods, though, is an adventure in itself. Guests have to hike up 1,200 feet of Via Ferrata or opt for a zipline journey at an extra cost. Once they're there, though, they're rewarded with a bird's-eye view of the Sacred Valley and the surrounding Andes. At pretty hard, and to withstand the winds, there were significant challenges. According to Nature Vive, the pods, made from aerospace aluminum and weather-resistant polycarbonate, are secure and safe for guests. So they say. Number 5, Ben Abeba. Lalibela, Ethiopia, renowned for its 12th century rock-hewn churches and status as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, now hosts a modern marvel that contrasts sharply with its ancient surroundings. Ben Abeba. This unique restaurant, perched high on a hill in the north side of town, resembles a snail shell or a bouquet of flowers, appearing almost otherworldly. The restaurant's location provides patrons with a panoramic view of the breathtaking river valley below, thanks to its curved decks that jut out from the central spiraling staircase. The restaurant was the brainchild of Susan Atchison, a retired home economics professor from Scotland. Initially visiting Ethiopia to help a friend set up a school, she fell in love with the country and decided to stay. stunning vistas, making it an ideal spot for both locals and tourists to enjoy a meal while taking in the natural beauty. Number 4. Hearst Castle. William Randolph Hearst, the sensationalist newspaper magnate who shaped the course of journalism in the 20th century and served as an inspiration for Citizen Kane, was showy and flamboyant in his personal life, and his magnificent castle on the central California coast was no exception. Though it was originally conceived as a modest bungalow atop the hilly ranch land his father purchased in the 1860s, W.R. Hearst's home grew into a mansion of epic proportions. La Cuesta Encantada, the Enchanted Hill, was informally known as the Ranch, an almost comical understatement of the house's size. By the time it was finished, it contained over 165 rooms and 127 acres of gardens and terraces. There were multiple libraries, an exotic zoo, tennis courts, numerous guest cottages, and stables where Arabian horses suffered the economic devastation of the 1930s. Number 3. Wat Pha Son Khao. Hidden away high up in the hills of north-central Thailand, Wat Pha Son Khao is a Dharma retreat for monks and Buddhists. This mountaintop sanctuary with a preaching hall, pagoda, and surrounding gardens has a stunning design that reflects its youthfulness. The site's location at Khao Ko was chosen for its natural beauty, intended to inspire meditation. The Buddhas are nested together in the meditation pose, looking out over the valley. Each one is slightly larger than the one before, forming a modern and refreshing design with a few hints of traditional Thai architecture. The non-traditional designs extends to the pagoda, which is inspired by the shape of a lotus flower. The pagoda spans 5 levels and a large glass structure hanging down through the center to connect each floor. The surfaces here are covered with over 5 million mosaic tiles, pottery shards, and pieces of teapots and china sets with no two patterns alike. It's colorful and the spiritual retreat's purpose to provide a serene and inspiring environment for meditation and mindfulness. Number 2. Casa Malaparte. Also known as the Villa Malaparte, it stands as an example of Italian modern and contemporary architecture on the rugged eastern cliffs of Capri in Italy, overlooking the Gulf of Salerno. Designed around 1937, the architect took charge of the construction himself, collaborating closely with local stonemason Adolfo Amitrano to bring his vision to life. The house is characterized by its striking red masonry box shape, which contrasts boldly with the natural surroundings. It's perched 32 meters above sea level, and it has commanding views of rugged coastline and the azure waters. Access to Casa Malaparte is challenging, and it adds to the mystique. Visitors can reach the house either by traversing a rugged trail from the town of Capri or by navigating the sea to a staircase carved into the cliffside. This isolated location not only enhances the visitors over the time, from writers to architects and painters to actors, all of whom have something special to say about this dangerous little clifftop abode. Number 1. Fangjingshan Temple. High in the eastern Guizhou province of China, amidst the towering Wuling Mountains, Fangjingshan, or Mount Fangjing, emerges dramatically from its rugged pinnacle, soaring over 8,400 feet above sea level. It was designated a World Heritage Site in 2018. It not only captivates with its natural splendor, but also houses 2 ancient Buddhist temples. Visitors must conquer a daunting climb of 8,888 steps, or opt for a cable car journey up from the base below. The temples themselves are situated on separate peaks connected by a narrow stone bridge that spans the chasm, a symbolic crossing into the realm of enlightenment for devout pilgrims. Historical records trace Buddhism's arrival to the region as early as 639 during the Tang Dynasty, with temples likely constructed in subsequent temples stand. Visitors are treated to panoramic vistas that stretch over the undulating landscape. The journey to these sacred sites, whether by arduous footsteps or aerial cable car, offers not just a physical challenge, but also a spiritual renewal and a profound connection with nature and history.